So as you can see around the miter saw, we have major dust collection issues. It's not just this saw, it's every single miter saw on this planet that has issues controlling their dust. It's just an explosive machine that throws dust everywhere. The first two items on this list are gonna solve that problem right out the gate. Just like with my Delta Cruiser miter saw, we are doing 3D printed dust collection. I've been a fan of Travis over at Shop Nation's YouTube channel for some time now, and because he made a flawless dust collection print for my at-home miter saw, when I saw that he was making one for the DeWALT, I knew I had to get it. As you can tell by the giant stack of scrap woods, there are days when I use this saw for almost 8 hours. I have 3D printed the file I got from Shop Nation. You'll see after I installed this dust chute, but I feel like Travis really nailed it on this one. The reason that miter saws don't do well with dust collection is because their dust collection doesn't sit in the right place. When you use a miter saw, the blade is spinning directly away from your body, and it's throwing sawdust directly behind the machine. This dust chute sits right on the blade, so no matter how long or deep your cut may be, the chute is always where the stream of sawdust is going to be. So it's perfectly placed to deal with the dust, unlike the stock collection tube that comes mounted to the saw. Item number 2, you cannot have a 3D printed dust port without suction running through that dust port. We are running the 4.5 gallon Pro Pack by Rigid. It is a wet and dry vacuum. It is $139 on Amazon, and it is the perfect size and power for a dedicated miter saw station. I have this exact same setup in my home miter saw, and I love it. It is really powerful, and I almost have no dust issues at the miter saw. In the past, we had 2 of these Pro Packs running at the exact same time, and the power was absolutely insane. It was perfect. The suction is really great on them. They're really easy to clean and really easy to handle, and their size is perfect for this application. I'm going to turn on just the dust collection just so I can see how powerful it is. Every single face frame that has come out of this cabinet shop has been ran through this miter saw, and although we've tried our best with dust collection, it just isn't cutting it. That's why having the Rigid Pro Pack dedicated to this saw has been so useful. One of the things we learned very quickly after installing the vacuums to this miter saw is that they're not meant to run all day for 7 to 8 hours a day. Item number 3, this is the old school automatic vacuum switch. It allows your power tools to turn your vacuum on and off automatically. Anytime I pull this trigger on this miter saw, the vacuum clicks on and stays on for about 10 seconds. This switch is not just for miter saws. It's designed for people who are trying to kick on their vacuum when they start any tool that they have. It's probably one of the cheapest items on this list at only $29.99. This thing is super useful because it makes it so that I'm only using the vacuum when I need it, and I'm not risking burning out another shop vac. And the cherry on top of all dust collection, the one thing that I have pushed over and over on this channel, if you have dust collection for a big power tool that creates a lot of sawdust, you need a separator. This is a very simple setup. If you have a 5-gallon bucket from Home Depot, Harbor Freight, wherever, you can put this dust stopper top on top of it and you'll have instantaneous separation. That way you're not constantly having to empty out your Rigid Pro Pack. You can just dump a 5-gallon bucket of sawdust anytime you want. This is the high efficiency dust separator. It is $89.95 on Amazon, but the Dust Stopper Pro is actually $69 if you want to go a little bit cheaper. This is the one item on the list that makes cleanup the easiest thing to do in reference to the miter saw. The DeWALT miter saw is known for being extremely jumpy on your first pull of the trigger. That's because when you engage that trigger, it sucks in all the electricity it'll need to make a cut immediately. Well, because of that, an issue you may find that you'll have is that if you're connecting your miter saw to your auto switch, to your vacuum, to the wall, having your miter saw draw all of that power immediately could throw your breaker. To fix that issue, we installed this GS10 soft starter. This thing doesn't have to just be used for a miter saw. It's for all mechanically switched low inertia starting loads such as saws, pumps, routers, grinders, and stuff like that. This is one of those optional ones to add to your cart. It was really useful for us, but at $159, it doesn't always have to be added to make the miter saw station perfect. I started out with some alder, then I transitioned to some 3/4 inch plywood. After that, I double stacked some plywood just to see how much sawdust I could create and how much of a mess I could try to create. And then for the sake of the visual, I moved over to MDF. And with this close-up right here, you can see it's shooting directly into the dust chute. I think the reason this dust collection works so efficiently is that this flap creates a perfect loop from where the dust is created into where it ends up. The soft start plus the dust collection chute plus the auto switch plus the rigid pro pack plus the dust stopper cyclone makes for a very pleasant wood chopping experience. If you watched this video and thought to yourself, man, that was so good, how can I give this guy money to repay him? Then you're in luck. I have a lot of stuff listed on my Etsy store that you can buy to support the channel, so head on over to reformationwoodshop.etsy.com to grab something.